Hey there, this is the One Boom, and welcome to a Tiny Tactics I Need a Weapon mindset video. Hope you guys enjoy it. So why is this a Tiny Tactics mindset I Need a Weapon video? Well, this week I didn't really do an I Need a Weapon, and I didn't really do a full mindset episode, and I didn't really have an idea for Tiny Tactics, but I did have a topic I wanted to discuss, and it kind of reaches all three categories. So the topic is, and you probably could tell this by the title, it's about classes and how important they are to Call of Duty. Create a class has been in Call of Duty since COD 4, and since then it has been important to know everything you can about classes. You should know about your enemies' classes, your teammates' classes, and your own classes. So here's where the Tiny Tactics part comes in. Here's your tiny tactic. Every time you die, watch the kill cam a little bit to see what class the enemy is using. Obviously, you can watch the full kill cam and see exactly how they killed you, but you should look in the, I don't remember if it's top right or bottom right, the screen that shows what perks they're using, but you should look there and decide whether you should be countering that person. If that one player keeps kicking your ass, maybe use a class that's dedicated to beating that person or that type of person. Here's where the I Need a Weapon part comes in. When you are picking your class and when you're making your classes, you should have ideas in your mind as to what you want to counter and what you want to do. So, when you're making a class, make sure you read all the perk descriptions and you know what each perk counters, and then you have to pick at least, 3 or 4 types of players you hate, and then make 3 or 4 classes to counter them. If you hate players that camp with Sixth Sense and pop out when you least expect it because they already knew you were there because of Sixth Sense, then maybe you should run the perk that counters it. I'm pretty sure that's hardwired. Also, if you are constantly spotted by UAVs, maybe you should run Ghost or a Black Cell. Maybe if you're constantly getting noob tubed or war machined or, well, I guess that's the only noob tube in the game, but if you're constantly getting blown up, maybe run Flak Jacket. It's simple, but it works. Obviously, that's what the perks are in the game to do. Work. Duh. And here's where the mindset part comes in. Your mindset is key when building a class and using different classes in a game. I know it's very popular to stick with one gun throughout the entire match of domination, team deathmatch, or whatever you're playing, and stick to your one class because that's the class you want to use. But maybe have multiple classes with the same weapon but with different perk setups. Maybe have different classes with different weapons but the same perk setup. Make sure you put a lot of time and effort into making these classes because counterplay is very important, especially in Black Ops 3. It's not like Advanced Warfare where it's just jump in and hope you win enough gunfights in enough time and get your Warbird and win. It's more about counterplay and back and forth, so you need to be able to determine for yourself what you need to counter and the things that you want to do that isn't really counterplay, that it's aggressive play. So make sure that you have that mentality when you're playing Call of Duty, especially Black Ops 3, is that you know that your class has to counter someone else or create something that they want to counter. So let's recap these different aspects. Tiny Tactics. Make sure that you have a class to counter whoever's kicking your ass. There's usually 1 or 2 people on an enemy team that will consistently kill you throughout a match. They're the thorn in your side, they're the thing that you dream about and most likely cry about when you wake up, and you need to have a class that counters them. So, make sure you watch their kill cams and see how they're playing and see what perks they're using. Now, I need a weapon. You need to make sure that when you're building a class, you know what every perk does, what every attachment does. Watch Drifters in-depth videos on different attachments and weapons, and make sure you know the way they work and the best way that they can be used, and then you can build effective counter classes. And last of all, mindset. Make sure you have a mentality of counterplay when you're playing Black Ops 3, and then when somebody does something to you, it doesn't instantly spark a rage reaction. I know what that's like, and I know it's easy to fall into that trap, but it's more fun and it's more fulfilling to get into a counterplay reaction. Make sure that when they do something to you, you react to it. Please don't sue me, fine brothers. You react to it in a way that counters them and not in a way that empowers them over you. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick I Need a Weapon Tiny Tactics Mindset Clusterfuck video, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye!